Hey guys, it is Andrea, and today I'm coming at you with my plan with me using the Baby Mine kit, which is still in the shop, and I'm also using the Champagne Lights wiggle, which is such a pretty gold wiggle. It goes with our golden shop so well, like the tones match perfectly, and I just love it so much. I'm going to be planning in my Aura Estelle Cloud Planner, which is a faux leather planner with inserts, also from Aura Estelle, and as you can see, I don't really have to white out anything, which is amazing, and it's just such an easy process to plan now. So if you guys want to check out this planner, I always will have it linked down below. But as you can see here, I am just starting my spread. I did do some custom boxes just because I was celebrating the birth of my friend's baby, Bree, my oldest, longest friend, since I've known her since I was in the 7th grade, and she had her first baby the last week. So really excited about that, but I'll get more into all of the details of this week after I put my base down. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am here and ready-ish for this plan with me. So this spread did not go as planned because I did end up going to see baby Denver, and I'm super sad about it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But I debated heavily on if I wanted to just switch out the kit, but I was like, by the time that I meet baby Denver, which is Bree's new baby, my oldest, most bestest friend, well, I think she's more family, TBH, but I think that Denver's gonna be a little bit bigger. I'm really hoping that, because I didn't get to go, so the plan was if I went this week, is that I probably wouldn't have went until Denver's first birthday, which will be next February, obviously. But I think because I didn't go this week, we're probably going to go maybe end of summer, whenever our baby's a little bit bigger, and as long as, everything's solid, I think that's what we're going to do. So it's a little less sad, but I'm still sad that I'm not going to get that fresh baby cuddle, but better safe than sorry. But we'll get into that whenever I get closer into the week. I love this. I obviously did this custom. This is the girl that's from the art, and then I did have Bree drawn for her birthday last year, so I just kind of matched her outfit to the kit. And then for me, I just added bangs and did an ombre to the hair, because my hair got a little blonde on the bottom. But other than that, and my hair falls out, there you go. And then I'm just going to use this munchkin to mark that it didn't go the way that I wanted to this week. But, not every week in life is going to go the way you want to. And Bree's, obviously the most understanding person. And she was yeah, you know what you know. So, yeah. Still a little butthurt, I guess, about it. But, it just sucks. So, let's just get it on with the week. It's honestly been a really freaking long week, and you'll see. Okay, so on Monday I wanted to put in that I was extremely frustrated because I spent a load of time on a project that I honestly didn't get anywhere on this project in the time that I worked on it. So I was super frustrated on it. Very vague, I know, but it's like work related, and I've at this point given up for the most part. But possibly in the future, maybe I'll be back into the idea of wasting some more time trying to figure it out. So I'm gonna put that in, and then above it, I wanted to, this one I was gonna write frustrated, and then above it, I was going to write like spending a lot of time being frustrated, but I don't know. I guess like honestly, it just took up so much time that I feel like it's just gotta go in there twice. So we're just gonna use a fancy label and this guy here for that. I'm actually gonna leave the little text. Normally I would take the text off, but I just feel like it really goes with my like feelings towards everything that happened. This kid is so freaking cute though. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm using it though. Oh my goodness. You guys want to hear something really cute? I just sent it to Mark, so I'm going to let you guys hear it. But this is Bennett saying his full name, and he says his last name completely wrong. My last name is Ravert, but this is how Bennett says it. Let's hear if you can say it. Bennett Robert? I don't know. He's so cute. I just love that kid way too dang much. He said it to me. He obviously knows his name's Bennett, but we don't really ever, I don't think, maybe when I'm like really mad and I'm like, Bennett George Bravert. But other than that, I don't think I've ever like addressed him by his full name. So maybe they like say something about it at school. But the one day he said it to me, I think we were in the bathtub or something, and this kid talks so much. Like I don't think he ever stopped talking, which is funny because apparently at school he doesn't really talk a lot, but he's been talking a lot more recently. I think he's just like a shy boy. But he, and I put in that I went to work because I had to do labels that morning. So apparently he doesn't talk that much, but he talks so much at home, especially in the bathtub. He like, I think if he like actually like talked in like paragraphs, he'd probably tell me all of his secrets there. Let me see what I want to do here first before I continue rambling. All right, I think I'm going to do this one down here. So he said it to me the one time and I couldn't get him to repeat it. So I thought that like, you know, when your kids are like not first starting to talk, but they're talking and they talk so fast and a lot, you kind of like second guess, like, did I just actually hear that? Or was like, did I make that up in my head or what? So I think he said it like a couple of weeks ago to me and I was like, what did you say? And I was like, nah, I just definitely heard him say that. He didn't actually say it. But then he said it to Nick and Nick told me and I was like, yeah, I think he said that like a couple weeks ago. But it's just so cute because he says some like stuff sometimes and I'm just like, where did you even learn that? Like who told you that? But this is all going down like ultra crooked. I think it's because I'm not like leaning over. I'm just like sitting back. But it was super cute. And he's been saying some real funny stuff. He's got a real sense of humor on him. He's kind of like a little bit of a troll. Like he's a prankster. I just love him so much. And also he like recognizes people too. I don't know why, but he has trouble with Kirsten. But I was showing, it's like a picture on Instagram of the squad. So Ryan's in it, I'm in it, Nick's in it, Kirsten's in it, and Emily's in it. For some reason, he has a lot of trouble with Kirsten. I don't know why, but I'm working on it. But I feel like he's only ever met Ryan like maybe 4 times. Like he's seen him whenever he comes over to the office, but I don't think I've ever been like, this is Ryan, blah, blah, blah. And obviously I feel like he would get extra confused because like Ryan from like Ryan's Toy Review, he watches him all the time. But I showed him the picture and he was like, Ryan, Emily. He couldn't figure out Kirsten, but he knew the rest. And then also like, I show him little pictures of his school friends because they have like an app where you can like see pictures of them like through the day. And like, it's just super cute. So you see like a picture of like them as a group. And then I'm like, who's this? Who's this? And he says their names. And I'm like, oh, why are you so adorable? But yeah, he's been just like the cutest, but also like the worst because he's like in the terrible twos. So I wanted to put in that we had Shake Shack. I was so frustrated that whenever I got home from work, it was like before we went to pick up Bennett, I was like, Nick, I want a Shake Shack milkshake and fries with cheese on the side, please. And he went and got it for me because he knew how like irritated I was. And then I did FaceTime Maggie and Eric, Maggie of Crust Press. They were helping me with my issues in life for like an hour that night. So thanks, Maggie. I don't think you watch my videos though. And then also bath. So I did take a bath because I was like, I needed to decompress after all of the struggle. Figured out a lot of stuff, but I like kind of have given up and it's just like a different day. So on Tuesday, I want to put in that Nick and I had a Holy Bagel date. Holy Bagel is like a pride and joy to Nick and I. We love Holy Bagel, everything about Holy Bagel. It's fantastic. Best bagels in Austin, in our opinion. It's just so good. So we always get one bagel. We get it with butter, egg whites, 2 eggs worth of egg whites, cheese, and bacon, and so fantastic. And we split it. We each get a little grande drink at Starbucks, and it was super fun. But it was like a date because we had an appointment that was actually next to Starbucks, which actually was pretty far from our house. And where the heck? Oh, here they are. So we had an appointment that was like right next to a Starbucks. So we did that right before the appointment. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. It's actually a Nick related appointment, which we never do. He's fine, but it was just weird for me not to be the one being like examined. Okay, I'll put an appointment in there. This is a Fox and Pip sticker. And then underneath that, I wanted to put in that we ran over to Target afterwards. It was probably just one of those like, we need chocolate milk type situations. So we just popped over to the neighborhood Target. And I just have an icon from the Wiggle for that. Then afterwards, I wanted to put in that I did take a nap. So I'm just going to use this book icon. I'm actually going to be eventually removing the book icon. Probably in June is when I'll start it. Or May. I don't know. There's like a time where some things are going to change a little bit. But the book icon is leaving. So nap. I have a little script for that. I've been very, very tired, especially this past weekend. I did not get that many naps at all, really, actually, this weekend. But third trimester, last time with Bennett too, I was very, 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 very tired. And then I just hung out with the boys. So for that, I'll probably use a half box. It's pretty much what I do every day. Just hang out with the boys, a little family time. I have a script for that too. And then underneath that, I'm going to go ahead and put in that I did go to work once Bennett went to bed and I filmed. But yeah, I don't remember what I filmed. Probably a plan with me or something. I think it was a plan with me because I was like, I gotta get this up. I think that's what it was. Pretty sure that's what it was. So just trimming that. I feel like normally I have more space, but apparently not. I'm going to trim this as well. I really love this kit. It's so beautiful. If you have a purpose for it, pick it up. It's a beautiful one. Put this a little bit more towards the middle because the work sticker is not that wide. Okay. Then on Wednesday, I went to Aritzia, which it was the opening day of Aritzia in the Domain, and I was really excited about it. The associate that I used to work with when I shop at Louis, she left Louis like 2 months ago. I loved her so much. She's honestly like the sweetest like human being ever. Well, actually, I feel like a lot of like Louis employees are really, really amazing. I feel like at a lot of other like stores, I have really bad experiences, but for some reason at Louis, I just feel like I've never had a bad experience. But the girl that I worked with her for over a year, and I worked with somebody prior to that, and I work with her again now. But she left to work at Aritzia, which is just down like a skip, hop, and a jump from Louis. And she told me that they're opening in Aritzia, and she messaged me on Instagram and was like, they're opening today, so I wanted to go down. I'm not buying any clothes really until after I have a baby, obviously, because otherwise that'd be quite silly. So I went down and wanted to look. And I ended up buying 2 things because, what the heck? Because I had them in different colors and I wore them quite a bit. The one in particular was, it's this like crop top thing, and I wore it a lot in Vegas, and I wear it with this like maxi skirt that I have, and it's a white crop top. I don't really know how else to explain it, but I got it in black, and then I just got this other like black crop top So they're obviously not for now because that would be ridiculous. I mean, I just don't think I would look really great in a crop top with a 7.5, 8-month belly. But yeah, so I just picked up those 2 things, and they had like free flowers if you purchased something that day. So I was like, cool. Afterwards, we went to Doc B's, which is on like the other side of the Domain. But I had a burger there, and I just like, the first time I went there, I went with Amanda, and I got this burger just because I was like, what's like, I think I was on Weight Watchers then, which I'm going to go back on Weight Watchers because I just honestly love and miss Weight Watchers. And I feel like it really worked for me. So what am I going to do here? Trying to figure out my life. It's not going really well. So anyways, I remember I was like, cheat day. What am I going to get? I don't know. So I asked the employee like what their favorite burger was. And I got the same burger again. And it was just so amazing. Like an amazing burger. So good. So good. And it was very, very busy there. So, but definitely for good reasons. And then I wanted to put this sticker in with a cuddle time because Nick and I cuddled when we got home because we had a little bit of time to spare. Don't cuddle enough, I don't think. But yeah, that burger, I honestly want to go back because I'm just like dying for it. I haven't had Red Robin in like a month, and I don't even care. It just, you go through things like that. Do you know what I mean? With Bennett, it was a lot of, that's not what I wanted. It was a lot of water and cereal and goldfish, flavor blasted goldfish. And that was, I mean, that was actually pretty consistent. So I don't know. This one I kind of like hop around and like want something for like weeks. I've been eating a lot of corn on the cob. I just like pop it in the Instant Pot and I make like a pack of corn, like corn, you know, on the cob. And then I'll like put it in the refrigerator for, I think it lasts like 3 to 5 days in the refrigerator. And I'll just like heat it up in the microwave with Awshuck seasoning, which if you're from like Lehigh Valley and you've went to like Music Fest I mentioned before, it's so good. And they put Parmesan cheese on it. I could eat corn all day long. I ate like an ear of corn. I think actually I went this way for dinner tonight. Did I eat anything else? Oh no, there was like a little piece of meatloaf left from when my in-laws were over on Saturday. And I had an ear of corn, which was so good. I feel like I'm talking a lot. I'm gonna stop. Okay. So, nap. I took another nap. And then, well, we hung out, obviously. And then Bennett needed a bath. So I went ahead and took a bath with him because, I don't know, I feel like it's just so easy just to get in there, get him clean, get out, call it a day. So I'm going to put bath in there. And then I wanted to put, no. I lie. I'm going to have like 1,000. I don't know, I scratched myself. I'm going to have like 1,000 things on the back of my hand because it's pretty cool. So I wanted to put in, I took a bath, right, with Bennett. Oh, no. Can't put blue next to blue. That would drive me insane. The blue, like, glitter header. And I have a pink that I want to use. So I guess I'm going to use gray. And then this is the light gray, so I'm going to use the darker gray. Also, my cuticles have been really bad. I've been trying a little bit better not to, like, pick at them. It's almost so bad that my fingerprint reader thing on my computer cannot read my fingerprints. And then I'm going to put in this one. And then I think I'll put in this guy down here. Yeah. At least I cleared that up. Okay, so bath with Bennett. This is not normally how I like to do this because I have the with Bennett. I could separate it. I'm going to try that actually. It's such like a fine little cut. But I don't know why it never even like occurred to me until the person who she did comment, so thank you again, about the weeks thing, like to like cut it. And I was like, genius. So now I'm like cutting everything and I'm like, why didn't I think of this? I don't even know. Or I could have just used with B. I think I have a with B, but this is fine. This is fine. And then underneath that, I wanted to put in my feelings because I kind of realized that Bennett wasn't like, I was supposed to leave the next morning. And I kind of had mom senses that Bennett was like getting sick, but I didn't have like concrete proof of it yet. But I just, you know, you get that feeling. And then it snowed, which is wild because it was literally like 84 degrees these days. Like I think it was like 70 some and then 80 some and then it snowed. I don't know. It snowed at like midnight, and I was like, oh, like, so sad. I like took pictures on our like security camera thing, and I was like, it's not gonna be there tomorrow, so I'm gonna take pictures on there. And we woke up and there was snow outside. Like, it's stuck. That's wild. That's wild. Because the last time it snowed was whenever Bennett was like 2 months old, and it like went away right away. I don't even think it stuck to the ground. But anyways, so I had the weird feeling. But then I woke up in the morning and I canceled my ticket. Well, I actually canceled it like pretty late at night. I canceled it like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. It was like pretty late. I was not sleeping well about it. So I canceled my flight. And then I woke up the next morning and Bennett was acting super normal, which was irritating, but I was like, better safe than sorry. And the most thing is like not me leaving Bennett. I got a lot of it was like me leaving Bennett and then like him being sick. Did I not grab a Starbucks sticker? Oh no, Holy Bucks. Okay. Hey, let me hold that. Let me grab a half box. Half box was there, right? So like part of it was like me leaving Bennett and him being sick, and that like really like saddens me. But it was also like, obviously if Bennett was sick, there is a possibility that like I could be sick, and I don't want to go around a newborn with like who doesn't have their like 2-month shots yet while being sick. So I was like, I don't want to do this, because it would like literally break my heart. 1, if I left and Bennett got super sick, and 2, if I got baby Denver sick, like that would literally break my heart. So didn't go. Kind of messed up about it because it wasn't like what I wanted, but you know, like I said, you just gotta go with what happens in life. And Brie was like, yeah, like it's fine, you're good. So Bennett was acting normal, so he went to school like normal. No problems at school, no fever, no like he was acting weird, no nothing. Okay, fine, all day. Nick and I went shopping. Just because I was like, I feel like I was kind of like really down in the dumps. So I was like, let's go do something. I can't sit at home all day. Which I'm glad I did, because I was at home then the rest of the time. Then whenever we got back from shopping, we needed to go to Whole Foods because I needed to pick up groceries because we had like nothing, because I was assuming that I was leaving and Nick doesn't cook really besides like hot dogs and like soups and stuff. Like canned soup. So we had to go to Whole Foods. I want to say Holy Bagel. Whole Foods. And then I did take a bath with Bennett because, like I said, it's just easy. It makes life easy. So took a bath with him. Let me put this down here actually. Let's get a little fancy label for the middle. I don't remember how this like chain of events happened. I think we might have been in bed. Yeah, we were. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like my story here because it's kind of gross. So bath with Bennett. So I have the with Bennett. Hold on. Let me just hover a little. Okay. So took a bath with Bennett. Acting a little strange, but not really. He could just be acting strange. And then we got into bed. I don't remember. I think it was like later in the night. And Bennett puked everywhere. We puked 4 times that night. We did not sleep barely at all because you'd hear a cough and then it'd be like, bleh, puked everywhere. TMI, I don't know. Like, you're here. You signed up for this. He threw up many times that night. No fever, nothing else. And then Friday morning, acting normal again. This kid was crying for chocolate milk. Crying. Can you guys guess where this is going? Gave him chocolate milk, just a little bit. Just because I was like, I don't want to hear you crying anymore. I didn't sleep at all. Probably not the best idea, but you haven't puked since like midnight. So, fine. Drank chocolate milk, vomits everywhere. But that was the last time he vomited that day. I'm also going to put in that we slept in. So for that, I'm just going to use one of these because I haven't used one of the spread, and I feel like my spread's looking a little naked without it. But yeah, it was really gross, that one. And then it's so sad when he throws up. But he was like, ew, yucky. Because it was like, it literally just looked like chocolate milk. And I was like, I'm a bad parent for giving my kid chocolate milk after he threw up all night. But you know where I'm coming from if you have a 2-year-old who doesn't stop. So I'm going to put in sleep in. But yeah, it was disgusting. It was all over our comforter, which we had to take to the dry cleaner now. We won't have that back for a while, which stinks because we have like a cheaper one that we got like in case of, you know, something like this happens. And we all overheat when we use it. So we're all like at night, we have to keep it down to like 64 now, or we all wake up sweating, even Bennett. So we are without our normal comforter for a while, but I guess it could be worse. At least it's like cleanable. And then I wanted to put in nap with Bennett because then we took a nap together. So we pretty much slept in and then took a nap. I actually don't even think I napped. I think it was more like a group nap, and I was the one like on duty of like if Bennett coughs. Whew. Normally I feel like rejuvenated whenever I get back from like a little break where my camera decides to die on me, but like I just sent Tiki like 70 voice memos, so I am not rejuvenated. On Friday, so he threw up, right? We kept him home, kept an eye on him, gave him lots of fluids, make sure he was peeing and pooping normally, took a nap. He was fine, didn't throw up anymore since the chocolate milk incident. And this kid was crying to go outside. And again, another 70-degree day because that's just the way Texas works. So we did play outside. I'm actually not going to use this. I'm actually going to work. Yeah. I'm going to do, how do I want to do this? Actually, let's use this. Okay. Play outside. Been outside for like 30 minutes. He just really wanted to be outside. He's honestly like a really big outside kid. Just absolutely loves it. Loves being outside. Would go outside every day if he could. He usually is outside every day though, because in school they go outside every day. I guess on the weekends we probably go outside every day. So he was like ready to go. So we played outside and then we family cuddled. So for family cuddles, I'm gonna just use I feel like I just learned a lot this week, you know what I'm doing. Family cuddles. Just gonna use a fancy label. Did I not pull a family cuddles script for that? I'm gonna do that then. Then afterwards I watched The Sinner, which I love that show so much. I binge watched the first 2 seasons a couple of months ago, and the new season was out and I was so excited about it. Such a good show. Thank you to everyone who recommended it to me. I really appreciate it because it's quality. I don't think anything will ever beat the first season. And then I baked brownies as per Nick's request. Again, Bennett went to sleep good. Was a quality evening. He was a little like, you know, sad boy. But that's 2-year-olds as well. So that was that. Let me grab a family cuddles because otherwise I am definitely going to forget. So let's grab this. Put this in here. Okay. So then on Saturday, I just played with Bennett in the morning. So we figured what happened is that he had some kind of like little stomach bug or something. I can't think of that, like, is it called like a norovirus or something? That's what we thought like it might be. And it's just kind of like, you know, wait it out, let them puke and poop it out, keep them hydrated, feed small meals, which we did. Then on Saturday, we just played a lot because again, he was cooped up, so should I try and like totally deconstruct this? I kind of want to. I'm just like really killing it with like Frankensteining all this stuff. Let's put that like that. So we just played. Nick wasn't feeling well this day. Like he was starting to not feel well. That's why I think it was some kind of like bug or something that Nick could catch. So Nick wasn't feeling super well this day. But, so I played with Bennett while Nick took a nap. I just kind of like laid in bed. And then I went over to work while Bennett and Nick took a nap. And I set up my cloud, which is just so beautiful. I don't know what I want to use to mark this. I kind of want it to be bigger, but like not too big, you know? I'll use one of these actually. Should I do the thing where I try? Oh, no. Here we go. Blue. Okay. I'm going to just reposition these a little bit to kind of center them out a little. I got to set up my cloud, which I think looks beautiful. I showed it on Instagram. It's actually a pretty minimal setup whenever you actually look at it. So I have these cloud stickers from Once More with Love. And then after that, my in-laws came over Bennett this day. And then this morning, wanted to FaceTime my in-laws nonstop. Nonstop. Bennett loves his Grammy and Grandpa so much. And I was like, when I was FaceTiming them, whenever I was playing with him here, I was like, you guys probably just come over tonight. So they were going to cook meatloaf. So they brought over meatloaf and then I made sides. And we had a little dinner. Everything was solid. Nick still wasn't feeling super well, but he felt well enough that they did a lot of like, we had a lot of like random things. Like I think our tub was leaking or something. So they fixed that. And then our lights had been flickering for a while. And the funny thing is I told Nick, I was like, Nick, do you think it's the light bulbs? He's like, no, that makes no sense. How would it be all the light bulbs? And then after they did all these tests on all the electrical stuff, Nick's dad used to be a contractor before he retired. And after they did all the tests, Nick's dad's like, it's probably the light bulbs. And I'm like, it's not rocket science, guys. So I did design while they were over because Bennett obviously could care less about me whenever Grammy and Grandpa were over. So I worked on some designing after I cooked. And then Nick's mom was sitting on the couch with me and she's like, Andrea, did you hear that they came out with a new McFlurry? Because they had like a Shamrock Shake. I don't know if this is real because she could have just saw it on Facebook. She's like one of those people that believes everything they see on Facebook. But, so I don't know if this is true. So don't run out and try and like get this. But, oh, I did pull out a Family Cuddles. I just put it on the wrong thing. That's okay. So she was like, they came out with a Shamrock McFlurry that has like Oreo pieces in it. And I was like, I'm down. So Nick's dad and Bennett went and got us a McFlurry. They did not have it. But I wanted an M&M McFlurry anyways, so it worked out. So then on Sunday, Nick was like full-blown deathly ill. So he was just like not having life this day. And we were like, I don't know. So I wanted to put in the morning, I went and got Starbucks. Normally Nick goes and gets Starbucks, but obviously like he wasn't feeling super hot this day. I keep putting things in backwards because I'm not leaning over. I'm not leaning over. Like normally I'm like this pretty much, my head like this, but I feel like it's like squishing this child in me and I'm trying not to, but he's just gonna have to get squished in the name of planning. What else do I want to do? I'm running out of fancy labels. Do I have a pattern one left? Oh yes, and it's pink, sweet. So let's put in that. Actually, let's flip this up. So we have a couple cool little labels left. All right. Let's line these up. So, I'm putting Starbucks first, I think. So I went and got Starbucks. Wait, was this today? What day of the week is it? No. Was this yesterday? Was this today? Did I have Starbucks today? Was this yesterday? I think I went and got Starbucks. I'm pretty sure this was the meeting. I remember today and yesterday are kind of a blur. Did I have Starbucks today? I don't know. Oh, wait. Did I go to brunch? Huh. I'm lost. Did I go to brunch this day? I think I did. Okay, so let's reconfigure my life. So we're going to put Starbucks in. Nick wasn't feeling well. Okay. Nick wasn't feeling well. I missed a complete whole thing. Aren't you guys glad that I do this live now? Because this is just like long and confusing. So Nick didn't feel good, right? So I'm going to put in sick day for Nikki. And then we went to get brunch, which I totally forgot about. So I'm just going to use this. I probably forgot about it because it was so lackluster. Nick went and got me Starbucks to say. I got Starbucks today because Nick also didn't feel well. Is that what happened? I think so. So we went and got brunch. We went to Fix, which we had Fix before. It's like a southern style, fancier-ish place. And their brunch was not that great. I'm gonna go out there and say that. I would not go back for brunch. I had high hopes because they're known for their biscuits, so I figured they'd have to have a really dope sausage gravy. The sausage gravy was just lacking anything. There was like, it wasn't like, could have been saltier, could have been spicier, it could have been like anything, but it was like boring. And then their potatoes were boring, and like the French toast was overly sweet. So I said we shouldn't go and that we should just go somewhere close and easy. And Nick was like, no, I really want to go to Fix for brunch, despite him being sick, and he regretted it later. Then I want to put in that, let me see what I have left. So what do I want to put in? I want to use this guy. I have like a lot of things I want to assemble down here because I have to reconfigure my life. So actually, do I have to reconfigure my life? I don't even know. I put the Oscars in down here with this big honkin' dude. And then we'll do this guy, I think. That's so much blue. Ugh. Let's do the pink. I'm just ruining everything. Ruining everything here. All right. Okay. I think I have it figured out. I feel like these are times I should probably fast forward, but that would require me rewatching this, which is not going to happen. All right. So I feel like I have a lot of stickers here, and I'm not quite sure why. So I did watch the Oscars. We watched the Oscars in bed. Actually, I feel like I need to explain this in real time. So we went to brunch. We did take a nap, but I'm going to leave this out. And then I'm going to put in that Bubba puked again, which is weird because he didn't puke since Friday morning. So he puked again, and then he had really bad poops. So I don't know what happened in between Friday morning and then him being like relatively normal. And again, no fever or anything during this time. And then puked again on Sunday night, and Nick wasn't feeling good this day either. So I don't know if it was just like bouncing around, I think, in my house. And he hasn't puked since. He had like some really bad poops, but other than that, he's been fine. Kept him home from school today, which is Monday. But he's been fine. He's been a little whiny, but like I said, that's just the life. So then I wanted to put in that Nick was in his feelings. And I feel like it's because like he was sick. And it was just really funny because he was like, I don't know, just being like super dramatic. Like he was like watching commercials and crying, and I was like, and he had a bad dream here too. So it was just really funny. And I told him I was going to put it in my planner that he was in his feelings, and he was like laughing at me. So, and then I also have that I have this like that I was going to put in here, but it just doesn't work anywhere for napping, but it's okay. And that was the day I also didn't nap either. I was on watch. So these are all the stickers that I pull and I like don't put in because I forget about them or something changes, or I pulled out too many stickers or not enough stickers, yada yada. So I think that's everything. This plan with me is all over the place. Hopefully next week won't be as wild because like obviously this isn't like what I want my plan with me to be like, all over the place and a mess. But I really like the way that it turned out. It was just a really, really weird week because I was supposed to be in Pennsylvania. It was actually only supposed to be, oh, the other thing I want to say. I was supposed to be in Pennsylvania from like Thursday morning. I would have had got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would have gotten home Saturday at like 11. So I would have only been there this day and like the afternoon of here. But the funny thing is my flight was actually, I had a layover. It was actually, the second flight was delayed 5 hours. So I wouldn't have gotten in till Thursday night. And as a pregnant lady, or just in anybody, who wants to do that? So I feel like it was kind of like all like, I had that weird sixth sense. And then he actually ended up being sick on this day. And then, and Nick got sick, so maybe I could have gotten sick. And then maybe compromised immune system would have happened because I would have been like miserable all day. I don't know. And then I would have only been there this day and had to leave. Also, it was raining. I get car anxiety. It was a whole thing. Here we are. thank you for bearing with me. I know it was a lot, but that's everything for this week, and I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!